Hey, welcome
Woohoo!
to a special surprise live stream.
It's us.
It
I promise.
They should have hired David to do the movie.
I was about to promise that I wouldn't do anything else like that for the rest of the stream.
You can't promise that.
I can't.
So-
I can't promise it. But let me tell you. So we're gonna play Mario Labyrinth. In case you didn't read the title of this. This is not a brand new game, but it's not been out very long. I think it came out last year at one point.
Yeah.
They had just sort of re-announced it, so I was like, "Oh, that'd be fun." And I saw the movie last night.
Yeah, I'm going tonight with my kid. So.
And I'm going to give you some thoughts on the movie. I won't spoil it. I can't imagine you're thinking that it's a spoilable movie.
Does Mario beat Bowser in the end? I don't know. Does he rescue the princess?
It's not like a deep, heavy plot or anything like that. But I'll give some thoughts about it. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about the experience.
Oh, wow.
So I had a lot of fun going to see it. The theater experience itself, it was opening night.
Right.
It was 6 p.m. And we went to a place called Flicks that serves dinner and the movie. So it was packed. And it was packed mostly with families with young children, which was super cool. There was applause going on. There was cheering going on. The movie ended and the place pretty much erupted into applause.
Wow.
But the other cool thing is, at this place, Flicks, they really get into it. They had a couple people dressed up as Mario and Luigi.
That's awesome.
And they came up before the movie started and asked everyone to give a big woohoo! So we did that. And then they announced that rewards members of this place had been entered without their knowledge.
Oh.
So if you bought your tickets with a rewards thing, you were entered to win. And then they drew the winner, and they won a Mario Switch.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
The guy right next to, literally right next to Alicia,
so close.
was the winner. He went up and got a Mario Switch. He had a whole family there, too. Three
That's
kids,
awesome.
His wife was there. It was a really cool experience. We'll talk more about the movie, but today we're going to be playing Mario Labyrinth.
I was so excited to see the movie. Labyrinth is a game, too, that I'm excited to play. This is a game...
It's been a minute.
Well, regular Labyrinth has been out for a while. This is from Ravensburger. But this is a game that, you could do any kind of IP for this game. I mean, really, but the gameplay stays kind of the same based on which IP you're playing.
Yeah.
And it's very much a tile-y, puzzle-y game. And we're playing, like David said, the Mario version. So we're hunting, trying to recruit Mario characters to our little team.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Top down. Here we have it.
I don't know. I don't know if you were expecting an actual labyrinth. Hopefully you were.
It's getting close.
But This is our labyrinth.
We're going to have to move things around. This is a classic kids family game. I also used to play this with the boys when they were very little.
Yeah.
In fact, I asked Ben, who is now 23, if he remembered playing Labyrinth. Absolutely no memory of it whatsoever. But we're going to be playing it today, and it's a pretty simple game. We've got it set up here. We randomly set it up. Some of these tiles are stationary. They're part of the board. And then we randomly put in the rest of these tiles. We're going to take the leftover tile and push it into one of these 3 spots on any side to push the tiles around. This is my piece. This is Ryan's. And we're going to be trying to collect characters off this deck. Ryan has one. I have one. Here's my first character.
I'm not looking. Here's mine.
We're not going to show each other. But we're going to be manipulating the labyrinth, moving through the labyrinth to try to get those characters. And once we have them, in this order, of course, we're going to flip them over face up until one of us has all 12 of our characters. There's 24 characters in all.
Yeah, so who's going first?
Well, let's see. Let's rock, paper, scissors. We never do this. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh, no.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Oh! Ryan won.
I will
rock,
go
paper, scissors.
first.
There
All right.
you go, sir.
Well, let's see.
So you're going to see the movie tonight?
I am going to see it tonight. That is the plan, at least.
Who in the comments, if I've already missed it, I apologize. Has anyone in the comments already seen the movie?
Yeah, I saw a couple commenters
Already?
talking about their experience. They must have gone last night, too. So, gameplay, turn-to-turn gameplay is so simple. That's what I like about it. But the puzzle of trying to get from point A to point B without the other player messing up your path is really tough.
Yeah, the game is supposed to be 20 to 30 minutes. We'll see if Ryan and I can break it and do it in much longer.
Do this. And I'm going to move... Actually...
So when you move, you can move as far as you can
Just
in a
to
continuous
here. I'm
line.
going to move just the one space.
Interesting.
Yeah, Jay saw. He said it was a lot of fun. That's great.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I said, it wasn't the deepest movie. If you're looking for Pixar level message, it's not there. I mean, there's a little bit of a message. I would say one of the messages I took away is keep trying, perseverance.
Well, that's a good thing for kids to learn.
Which I thought was actually fitting, given it's a video game thing, and you just keep at it. You keep at it.
I also feel like I'm getting vibes of like taking care of the little guy. So, which is something good.
A little bit for sure.
Like, I mean, my kid is 4 years old, right? So I feel like he's the prime age to we're going for the visuals. He wants to see characters on screen he plays a lot of Mario Kart with me and stuff. Jeremy Howard says you're looking for too much. You just want to.
Yeah, you can't look for too much in this movie. I'm going to push right there, and I'm going to move down to here.
Okay. I'm going to push here.
Original theme, get my girlfriend back.
And
it's not exactly that, although there are some pretty good insight. There's a lot of Easter eggs, obviously, and a few Yoshi eggs, in fact.
Ooh. I got pushed off the board, so I'm going to come back on the opposite side of where you got pushed off from.
How'd you get pushed off the board?
I pushed myself off the board.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, that's how it works. If you get pushed off, you pop to the other side.
You could have told me that. I would have utilized that in my
Well, you can do it right now.
Strategery.
If you put one here, you'll pop yourself off. You'll pop back over here.
I get how it
Look,
works.
this is a nice straight line. Look at this line right here. If you need any of those characters, I'm gonna move to the shy guy, and I'm gonna stop.
Now it's my turn?
Now it's your turn. I don't know if it was ever established in the original games that Mario and Peach were a couple. He was just rescuing the princess.
Well, I promised no spoilers, so I'm not going to go there. But it is an interesting story. They definitely did some things with what I would call, if there's such a thing as canon for the Mario universe, I'm guessing this sets new ground. This sort of...
interesting.
This does some things that I don't think are technically part of the Mario
I actually like
canon.
Mario and Peach better not as a couple. I never really bought into that whole couple thing.
All right, I'm going to push in right
Deadpan
here.
says you got to make the warp sound when you go off the board and teleport. There.
I wish if I had it on the little
That sounds more to me like Mega Man dying. Remember, when he would explode into
Okay,
pieces?
so I pushed off, so I go here?
Yep.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
And then I'm going to take this piece. I can't put it right back. Oh, you need to move. Are you going to move it all?
Oh, I can move too?
Yeah, you place your piece, then move.
All right.
I don't know if that got you what you need.
Well, I would flip it if it did.
Yeah, I'm going to put this piece right here.
That's baloney, sir. That is utter baloney.
I move that one there. A little bit. There's a little bit of take that in this one. There is a Mario Universe canon. That's where Bullet Bill comes out of. What? What was that? That's where Bullet Bill comes out of. Oh, the Mario Universe? Jeremy Howard asks, who sent them on a mission? I don't know.
Who sent the
Mario originally? Like, why was Mario rescuing the princess and Mario to begin with? Toad would say, I'm sorry, Mario, but your princess is in another castle. But in Mario 3, it's like the king. You actually get missions from the king. Emily, we are trying to collect people to our team that are on these hidden cards, and we're trying to do it by moving around this labyrinth, by placing these tiles and shifting this ever-changing labyrinth.
You don't have to move, right?
No, you don't have to, but thank you, David. That's what I needed.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, you're looking for the man himself?
I'm looking for the man himself, Mario. In this movie, is his name still Mario and Luigi Mario? Because didn't love that.
I don't think they say that particularly, but I can't remember.
All right, I got Mario.
They are
on to my next character.
They are literal plumbers.
What? What are the odds of this? Now I got to figure out where I'm going to.
Since she asked?
I did a little bit. I said we're trying to collect these cards by moving through the labyrinth. We have a secret objective in our hand. And as we place these tiles, it changes the pathways that you have available to yourself. But the ultimate goal is trying to get to a particular character. So, yeah, this is Wow, there's actually a huge part of the board connected in one giant chain right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If you can get into that chain, it's almost like a highway.
So if I push myself off here, where do I go after?
Right
Over
there.
here? Okay.
Yep. And you got to make the teleport sound, which I can't do. Jeremy Howard says, he quotes me, not a fan of them being a couple. I'm not. I like Mario and Peach better. I feel like they they don't need to be a romantic couple. They don't.
Well, no. Sure, they don't.
Now, is there an after credits scene where Waluigi and
There are 2 after credit scenes. I will
does
tell
Wario
you,
show up?
there are 2 after credit scenes. I'm not gonna say who shows up or what and that sort of stuff. Ryan, I'm not
Not sure what to do.
I'm not sure what. I don't like your interactive play. Is what I don't like.
You don't like my interactive play?
Yeah, I don't like you pushing me around.
Well, I'm gonna push you around. I'm gonna push you around again, actually. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to push you around a little bit. Or no, this won't mess with you at all, I don't think. I'm going to put this one here. And then let's see if I can get where I need to go.
Good Lord.
I actually can't get where I need to go from here. But I'm going to go... you can go as far as your path will let you go. I'm going to go to Toad.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. How many players is this? It is up to 4 players, and in a 4-player game, you're going to have people that start on each of the 4 corners. David and I started on opposite corners for 2 players, and I can imagine it's a little different in 2 players because in 2 players, you can, like any game like this, you can directly try to block the other player. In a 3 or 4-player game, it's very difficult, but also the board is changing so much in between your turns. Oh, you're like stranded here. You got this little section.
I know. It's not good.
Oh no, now I'm stranded. There are 2 kinds of people. Which one are you? Do you pronounce it as Mario Brothers or Mario Bros?
Mario Brothers.
That's always how even when I was a kid, I would say Mario Brothers.
And John Tripp, there's really one kind of person. No, Mario Brothers. Mario Bros? No.
Not doing it for you?
Not feeling Mario Bros.
Okay. I have no idea what's happened. I don't know. This is not what I needed, so I'm going to do...
The voices in the movie are well done. In fact, for those of you who were concerned about Chris Pratt doing Mario, I think it was perfect.
Really?
Yeah, because it wasn't over the top, and they actually do kind of...
Go.
They kind of play it off a little bit in an interesting way. Right off the front of the movie, there's a little bit of something that happens that you're like, okay.
All right.
As it relates to his voice.
All right, I popped this piece off here. Team Brothers. Oh yeah, Toad was a great Mario Kart player. And in the original, like in the original Mario Kart, like the SNES, Toad was like what you wanted. All right. This piece right there. And I get the brothers. Look at that. What are the chances?
You had Mario and Luigi right off the top?
I had Mario and Luigi. We did not set these. I had Mario and Luigi right next to each other.
Wow.
Nowadays, when I'm playing Mario Kart, I play a lot of Mario Kart. My kid loves it. My nephew, who's 8, I think he's 8 or 9. I'm terrible with that. He really loves Mario Kart right now. And so we play a lot of Mario Kart when I'm over at his house. And I play Young Link because he's so small. And he doesn't he doesn't put a lot of weight in his cart. All right, where's my next target?
Push this right here. And then I'm going to move here. And finally, get
Hey, you got him. Hey, we are like the Mario and... Hey, it's Gary. Hi, Gary. He says we're like the Mario and Luigi of board gaming. Does that make me the Luigi or who? I think I'd be the Mario. If we were cosplaying, I would have to be the Mario.
If we were cosplaying, I think
and you'd
you're
have
the
to be
Mario,
the Luigi.
I'm the Luigi.
You're more of Luigi shape. I'm more Mario shape.
I have a mustache.
You do.
Do you have a mustache?
No, not really. This is about as good as it gets. I'd have to wear a fake one. All right, how do I get to where I'm going?
Can you go, woohoo?
No, I really can't.
You can't do it?
I could go like, woohoo.
Oh.
That's about as good as I can do.
I don't think you can be Mario with that.
No, it's not a good Mario. I don't have a great Mario voice. I'll say that.
Let's go.
So you're definitely better with the Mario voice. And let's go here.
For those of you who saw the movie and saw the original movie with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo.
I saw the original movie.
That movie?
Oh yeah, I saw that movie a lot.
A lot?
There wasn't when I was because I was a kid when that came out.
Yeah.
So like, and we used to rent it from the library all the time.
I was a young adult when that came out, and I saw it once. That was all that was needed. You know how gigantic that was?
That movie?
Well, for the time. I mean, it was one of the very early video game adaptations. And boy, was it bad.
Jeremy says he's going to bring Warami back to the next chit-chat.
Oh, no. This stream was not to encourage Jeremy to bring back Warami. I need to look at my next card. Okay.
Jay says this is a direct sequel, actually, to the Bob Hoskins one. I don't know if you knew that. Takes place. I remember they totally set that movie up for a sequel that never happened. I loved how Yoshi was like a velociraptor. It was so random. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a bind here myself.
In a bit of a bind.
Yeah. I don't really know how to get from where I am to where I'm trying to go.
Oh, I can't push that.
Nope, only where the arrows are.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah, these are fixed in time. Are all the character ones fixed into? No, not all of them. Oop. Okay.
Well, you got Diddy Kong down there?
I do. Let's do Diddy Kong. I'm going to put him up here and make that my new path.
Oh, I mean, John Tripp, just to be clear, the 90s Super Mario Brothers movie wasn't anywhere near as good as the 80s Last Starfighter movie.
I liked Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter, for its time, was
great. I thought it was great. Right here. And it inspired a lot of stuff that came after.
Where did you push?
I pushed down and popped this one off right here.
All right.
Though I have zero idea how I'm going to get to where I'm supposed to go. Ooh, you got it.
It's a peach.
Is that how she sounds too?
Yeah, all the characters in the movie, by the way, all sound like that.
All right, I think I might...
And they all just say, it's a... And then they say their line.
Oh, okay.
Last Starfighter does hold up pretty well. Story-wise, it's not bad. The computer graphics, so-so.
All right, you got Diddy Kong back. Yeah, the movie itself, like, it was a good movie. Warami. Don't do it, David. David, why?
I want to change that to this.
Okay, well now we're on the same path.
Now we fight!
Are you gonna move?
Oh, yeah. Where did I want to go anyway? Whoop.
Okay.
Diddy Kong! It's a Diddy Kong!
Oh, I can't move this one that I'm on right now. Oh no.
Oh no! Your princess is in another castle.
I've made a terrible mistake. All right, I'm just gonna do this then.
So for my non-spoiler review, I really liked the movie. It was fun. It could have been funnier, I think. If you remember the kind of humor in the original Lego movie.
Yeah.
They nailed it, I thought. And not necessarily adult humor, but just funnier stuff, leaning into these actors. I mean, they got Chris Pratt, Seth Rogen's in there, Charlie Day's in there.
Yeah.
It's a good cast of characters. I did have fun listening to Seth Rogen just laugh as Donkey Kong.
It's weird. That's your tile. He can't change that laugh. John says give a rating from Mar1 to Mario.
Oh boy, John.
Mari to Mario.
John, I don't know that I can obey that punny request. 1 to 10. I'd probably give it a 6 to a 7.
Yeah.
And so side note, and this is gonna be a long stream.
Well, place your piece before you do your side note then.
I will. Let's put a pin in that. Who am I now?
John said, hot take, he thinks Last Starfighter was better than Tron, which I agree with.
Oh, that is a burning hot
However,
take.
I am in this small minority. I feel like it's a minority. Maybe it's not. But I am in that group of people that really loved Tron Legacy. I thought that movie was great.
That was good.
I thought it was great.
Okay, Tony the Tiger.
Exactly.
I'm going to move here, boop, and
Oh,
get
no.
the ghost.
4 to 2. I am really lagging. All right, tell your story now.
Okay, so this week, seeing lots of movies. We might see a total of 4 movies, which I know is kind of crazy.
That's a lot of movies.
But back before COVID, we'd go see a movie almost every weekend or
me
two.
too.
Like, movies were part of our life.
Goomba.
And it's been a minute since we went and saw a lot of movies. And because there's so many, I think this summer is going to be one of the first summers of like where the theaters get back to business in a significant way. And this week in particular has been pretty hot. We hadn't seen Dungeons and Dragons last week because we were away at Adam 2023.
Yep.
So we went and saw Dungeons and Dragons on Tuesday night.
Which
By
was
the way,
phenomenal.
That was great.
Emily, she thought I was overhyping it.
Oh no, it's really good. If you're in the mood for basically Guardians of the Galaxies but set in Dungeons and Dragons, it's very much that in my opinion. Then we went and saw Mario last night, and then we've got John Wick to see, which we really want to see in theaters because I think it's theater worthy. And then this new one that also came out yesterday, Air, which is the story behind Nike signing Michael Jordan back in the day, which looks like a really good movie.
I did say that, Emily. I said D&D jumped up. Like, that might be one of my top 10 movies.
Top 10 of all time? Okay,
of
Emily.
Movies that are fun to watch.
Emily, let's bring him back down. He was overhyping it. Top 10 of all time?
Yeah.
Oof.
Also, in my top 10 of all time is Billy Madison. So if that tells you how my top 10 list is being formed.
No
movies that I think are fun to watch over and over again.
Oh.
Not 10 best movies.
Okay.
But my favorite movies that I enjoy watching. Like,
so side note, Billy Madison better than Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like Billy Madison better than Happy Gilmore.
Oof. I do not. Oh,
part of that was the time that it came out, but D&D is right up there with Princess Bride for me. Like, I really, really, really enjoyed D&D. It made, like, I could watch that movie over and over. I think in years I will watch that movie again and I'll still find it fun. Like, I don't think the fun, like Guardians of the Galaxy I've seen countless times. That's another movie that's in my top 10. So obviously I have a type. Emily, yes. Not the top 10 best made movies or like greatest, like, you know, like I'd put The Godfather on my top, like the top 10 best movies, but I would never watch that movie again. So. Oh, Wedding Singer? I don't know.
Wedding Singer I put above Billy Madison too.
That's what John said.
I don't know how we got on to, I do know how we got onto Adam Sandler.
Look, Nerdy Weds has seen Dungeons & Dragons twice. Yeah,
nice.
Fifth Element. Fifth Element is such a good movie too.
I gotta say, Fifth Element is an acquired taste.
But again, that's another one where I'm like, that's one of my favorite movies, but I would never be like, yeah, it's top 10, it's one of the greatest movies of all time, but it's my...
I couldn't embrace the B movie aspects of The Fifth Element.
Well, there are a lot of them.
There are. Like the president, wasn't his name Zeus? That guy who was a wrestler?
Oh.
Wasn't he like the president or something like that? It was kind of crazy. Yeah. Alicia loves The Fifth Element.
Yeah, so I mean, I do too.
She quotes the multi-pass line all the time.
Yeah. Well, I think, yes, that's a rite of passage for being a Fifth Element fan. Oh, that one doesn't move.
Yeah, see, there's little blue.
Little
blue arrows to help.
I messed up then.
I've made the same mistake.
I've made a terrible mistake. Oh, here we go.
I've made a terrible mistake.
There we go. Look at that. All the way up. Now I got to be really careful. Here.
Be careful.
I'm going to go to there. Chris Tucker was not too much. Chris Tucker was just enough. But I understand that.
Is it my turn?
Yes. Are you knocking me off the board? Oh. Wow. Okay. All right. I see how it is. Oh my gosh, David. You're like halfway through your deck. Now what am I going to do? Because that really messed me up. And I can't slide this right back where it was.
You cannot.
But I will do this.
Can you?
Yeah, you can do, you cannot, the top
can't
cannot
just
go
push it
back,
back?
where it was. It has to go to a different spot.
But you can push it, continue to push it?
Yeah. So I'm going to stop. Yeah, I didn't watch wrestling back then. David's asking if we're going to Hoosier Con. Hoosier Con is a local game convention here in Indy. Unfortunately, it's over Easter weekend, and I'm going to have family in town this weekend. I don't know. I might bring my cousin, like stop by with my cousin and bring Oliver. And no, David.
Yes. I'm getting very fortunate here. I gotta say, this is a fun game.
It's a fun. I mean, there's a reason that this game is
fun
so well
game.
loved.
If you have kids and you play board games and you don't have Labyrinth,
Donkey Kong.
This might be a game to get this week. This is probably a cheap game too. How much does this game go for?
I couldn't imagine it's much.
I'll bet it's maybe 20, maybe 30.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Lots of characters in the movie, by the way. There's a few characters I see here that are prominently featured, not just the main ones, obviously, but like this guy right here.
Yeah.
He's featured significantly.
I don't know that guy's
Also,
name.
Jack Black.
That guy.
There are some really funny bits with Jack Black as Bowser.
I thought he did a great Bowser voice.
Yeah. It doesn't sound incredibly like Jack Black, but there's a couple moments where it does sound a little bit more like Jack Black. Let's see. Oh no, that's not good.
Good. Yeah?
Yeah. Huh.
What do you
it's
think?
this piece right here.
It gets really, really difficult.
It does.
I never watched wrestling. I didn't watch much wrestling. During like the Hulk Hogan days, where the Zeus, I didn't watch wrestling back then. I was like later on to wrestling, like The Rock and Stone Cold, Triple H. Like those was my years of wrestling. Ooh, 50 First Dates as a top Adam Sandler movie. That one is pretty good.
Who said that?
Nerdy Weds said that.
The Nerdy Weds. 50 First Dates?
Also, Sean Astin is in that movie.
Okay.
Yeah, you got Samwise himself.
Samwise himself?
All right, I'm popping right here. I forget this guy's name. This is one of Bowser's kids, right? But I got him.
Bowser's kids?
Yeah, like in Super Mario Brothers 3, you fight like Bowser's kids, and he has like
I don't
each
think
airship.
they're his kids.
Are they not? I've
I
always
feel like
thought
they're
they were his
minions.
kids.
I feel like they're just minions.
They all look like him.
Oh, there is one that looked like a baby Bowser.
Well, there
in
is.
Super
That's
Mario.
Baby Bowser.
Yeah, in Super Mario World, I
Yeah.
think there's a baby Bowser. Best Mario game, by the way. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's let the comments
That's
go
easy.
first.
No, that's easy.
Let's let the comments go first. Best Mario game to date across all platforms.
There's only one answer.
There isn't.
For me, the Koopalings. Yes, they are his kids, John says. See?
Koopalings.
They're his
All right.
kids. I have an answer. But I want to hear what the comments say. But I know mine. Do you know? I know my top two, and they're not what you would think.
They're not what you'd think. Huh?
Oh, then they might not be what, like, my top two Mario games of all time. What I think are the two best Mario games. No, you did not. Gosh, David, how do I get to mine?
I'm just going to create a stack.
I am not getting as fortunate as you are.
Fortunate? What are you talking about? This is skilled play, sir.
Oh, John named one of mine.
Super Mario Brothers 3?
Super Mario Brothers 3, I think, is one of the best Mario games
Well, it's one of the
ever made.
It's one of the classics.
Well, the
but
Beyond Classic.
It does not compare to Super Mario World on the SNES.
Well, that's my number one. That's it. That's what I said. It's an easy.
Super Mario World SNES is.
It was great. It like it's the level design was phenomenal. You had Yoshi in Super Mario.
Plus the feel of the mechanics on that cape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Floating with that cape.
And yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3 is my second. I was thinking about this the other day.
Oh, Super Mario Brothers 3 is not my second. It's got to be Galaxy.
One of the three.
Galaxy
Galaxies
1. First Galaxy is fantastic. Amazing.
Super Mario World. I think Super Mario World is the best.
Yeah.
For sure.
Agreed, Jeremy. I think most people. Oh.
What?
Mario 3. He said Super Mario World and Super Mario 3.
See, those are my two. The difference in quality, it's amazing to me actually that Mario Brothers and Mario Brothers 3 came out on the same system. Like there's so much quality difference between those two games.
Galaxy 2 better than 1? I don't know. Galaxy 1 had me hooked all from beginning to end. Galaxy 2 I kind of petered out on.
I don't know how to get to where I'm going. Mine have been so spread out.
It gets rough.
Well, you say that, but you're not having too much of a problem.
I got to tell you, for a game with kids, this is testing my mental aptitude.
So for kids mode, when you're playing with kids or families, you can actually lay out all of your cards face up and then get them in any order. So like I can see and be like, oh, I can reach Luigi. You don't have to plan like this is the harder mode or what they would consider the normal mode. But if you're playing with kids, definitely use the kids mode. It makes it a lot easier for them. I never played Galaxy 2, actually.
No?
No. All right, let's see if I can get to my guy. What do you got? Don't mess up my plans. I got plans here.
I don't know.
Super Mario World. Colton agrees. Super Mario World was just so good. I played that cooperative, like, you know, you can play 2-player. It was so much fun.
Watching the movie last night and all this conversation, but even last night when I watched the movie, I was like, that was my big takeaway is I wanted to go home and play a Mario game.
Yeah.
Like, badly.
Well,
I might play Super Mario World again.
I walked out of D&D wanting to play more D&D and be like, oh, I need a D&D game. So, I guess that makes sense. Don't mess me up, David. I don't know where you're trying to go. Where are you trying to go? Who are you trying to get so I can block you from it?
I don't know, Ryan. I don't know. I'm going to do this.
Okay. That didn't mess with me too much. But did that just score you a thing? Oh, no, because you're not touching anybody. Good. So I can do mine.
Did you get a thing?
I didn't, but I needed to get back to this half of the board. Which is harder than it sounds.
Ugh.
What's the one with the magic hat? Is that Odyssey? John asked.
Odyssey.
He said that one was not for him.
Odyssey has the magic hat. I enjoyed Odyssey, but
Bye, Emily.
I feel Odyssey was a step backwards for me. Oh, who played Sunshine?
I played Sunshine.
Sunshine is one that is like Odyssey that a lot of people look at and go, eh.
That was the one with the water, right?
That was the one with the water. It was a great mechanic.
Yeah.
Funny story about Odyssey, Ben was like maybe 4.
Wait, you mean Sunshine?
Sunshine, yeah. Sunshine. My son Ben was about 4. He's 23 now. And he was fiddling around with the control. I figured there's no harm, right?
Yeah.
And if you may not recall, but to delete a saved game in that game, you have to go, first of all, you have to go to the save game. Then you have to select it. Then you have to push the opposite direction to go to delete.
Yeah.
And then it says, are you sure you want to delete? Then you have to push another direction to say, yes, I'm sure I have to delete. Well, somehow, at 4 years old, he randomly made that happen and deleted my 99 stars game.
Oh, that's crazy.
99.
That's
one shy of 100.
That's bad.
Yeah, that played out in slow motion as I was like running and jumping over the couch to stop him from doing that.
That's really funny.
It was rough. Did that help you? Or did it hurt you?
It actually was the move I was going to make. So now I got to figure out a different move to make.
Oh, no, I'm going to move there. Do it.
I'm gonna do it. And look, Waluigi.
Nice.
I got a few more to go. I think I can do it. If my people weren't completely across the map from each other. You got another one. I feel like this is almost...
Who is this Toad, by the way?
Toadette.
Oh, is it Toad? Is it literally Toadette?
Yeah.
Very inventive there. Toadette.
Oh, wait, it needs to be this way. I'm going to move on to it.
Did you get one?
I didn't. You've already got this guy, don't you?
Yeah, I did.
Go ahead.
I need to check to see who I have. I am down to needing 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have 6.
Okay.
So I think this might be almost done. I liked Yoshi's Island, John. I just didn't consider that like a classic Mario game. I do remember, didn't all the Yoshis get together and sing a song every time you beat a level? Like, I feel like I have this memory of all the Yoshis like holding hands.
Speaking of.
And singing. Yeah, that's, wow.
That was my Yoshi sound.
I heard that. What tile did you give me? That is not good.
Down to 3,
in fact,
everybody.
I made a mistake here.
Oh, speak of the devil.
I made a mistake.
I've made a horrible mistake.
Just like I can't get the...
What happens when you can't actually locate the person on the board?
They should always be there.
Nicely done.
That didn't really help me, though.
Are you done?
I am. Did you find your person? Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
And this guy goes over here?
Yep.
And then I'm going to move here and get...
Another one? This is quick.
I'm getting some fortunate
do we have some of the same people in ours? Because didn't I
You
already...
have Baby Bowser?
Oh, no, I had the other... Never mind. I had the... You were getting some fortunate turns. I need to worry more about blocking.
You remember the little clown-shaped airship from Super Mario World? There was so many of the boss fights. You know what was also good, although it just doesn't hold up? But it was great at the time.
What?
Super Mario 64.
Well, Super Mario 64 was the first game I really played that was in 3D.
It was, and it was, I remember
That was a crazy experience.
It was, and it looks awful now, but that was a really good game.
Time.
And the fact that they were able to, I mean, that's basically set the tone for what Mario has done in the games since then.
So, funny story. My first ever really 3D game using a 3D stick was Mario 64. But my first 3D game that was like moving around in 3D was on the PlayStation 1 before they had the analog sticks and you had to still move around with the D-pad. And it was Siphon Filter on the PS1.
PlayStation 1 didn't have analog
Not originally,
sticks?
not when it first released.
Oh, wow.
They released
I forgot about that.
controller with the analog sticks. So my first ever game was Siphon Filter, which is funny because that game was developed by Rado, who a lot of people probably know from his board game days.
He was on the Siphon Filter team?
Yeah, he was on the Siphon Filter. He was one of the leads on the Siphon Filter
Yeah, in case you
team.
didn't know, Richard over at Rado, he has a former life in video game development. He also did a game called Brink.
Which was phenomenal.
Well...
No, so far ahead of its time.
It was ahead of its time.
It was so far ahead of its time.
It was ahead of its time. It didn't find the audience that it deserved, but it was a gorgeous looking game.
If it came out now, in the days of League of Legends and Overwatch...
Well, if it came out now, it would be kind
audience.
of in a crowded market of games.
Yeah, but it was so good. Like, I actually, like...
Shout out to Rado and Brink.
Full completion on that. I've told him, too. I've been like, Brink was... I played hundreds of hours of Brink. I got every achievement in that game. It was the first, like, objective-based game like that I'd ever played. Now I just play Overwatch way too much. Yeah, Siphon Filter was a great game. That was a 3D... and I feel like, maybe this is wrong, but it feels like that and Mario 64 came out around the same time.
Siphon Filter? I do know that Mario 64 and the original Tomb Raider came out around the same time.
But I played Siphon Filter before I played the original Tomb Raider. Man, how am I going to do what I need to do here?
There is some callbacks to Mario 64. There's a point where Bowser's grabbed by the tail.
Really? That's
Yeah, do you remember that in 64?
Oh, yeah.
Where you're like every boss fight ended up in swinging him and tossing him. That was pretty sweet. You're
Let's stop
definitely
right
too
there.
young to remember this, but when that game was announced, do you remember the newspaper USA Today?
Yeah, I remember that.
They had
newspaper.
a full-page advertisement.
Really? For Mario?
When that game was announced, a full-page advertisement in USA Today that just had Mario holding Bowser by the tail on a white page. It was pretty cool. Like, that doesn't happen. Well, first of all, there's not newspapers really anymore.
Right.
But that sort of advertising was fun back in the day.
All right. That's your piece. How many? Do you only have 2 cards left?
I only have 2 cards left.
I still have 6. So, Jeremy says the new Overwatch character scares him. It's okay. He scares me too. He's an interesting character. I love him. He's gonna be my new main. Like, I'm trying to figure out where you're trying to go, who your last 2 cards could be, and stop you from getting them. But I also need to worry about getting my own cards. So I can't just worry about stopping you. Was it Wario? Was it really?
No.
I wonder who your last 2 are. All right.
Well, you know, you only know your next one.
I only know my next one.
And you're getting him right now.
I'm getting him right now.
Also makes an appearance in the movie.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Also known as the squid guy from Mario Kart. Is that your next one? Birdie B or whatever, isn't it? Birdie?
What's her name?
Birdie, right?
I don't know.
You got
it's
her.
not Yoshette?
No, it's not Yo. I'd be careful saying Yoshette out loud, too.
Yoshi-ette?
All right, there's that. Now it finally lined up for me.
Did you get it?
I got one. I'm like one move.
Toad. By the way, the particular Toad that's in the movie, I think is, did you ever play that Toad's Adventure game or Toad's Treasure?
Oh, I remember that.
It was like an isometric puzzle game. It was actually a very good game. And Toad is also voiced by Keegan-Michael Key, which you can hardly even recognize him.
They did something artificial to his voice.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm in another jam here. My next character is so landlocked. Not happening. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left to go. Birdo. Yeah, Birdo is the dumbest character ever, Jeremy says. Birdo. I said Birdie. Oh. Is this it?
It's getting really tense. Everything's on the line here.
It's all on the line.
This is the most important MVM Live ever.
It's the most important. This is for all the stakes. For Mario. But you've got such a lead on me now. You've only got 1 card left?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so
1 card left.
I got kind of stuck, and I was doing really well early, and then one of my guys was so hard to find, so hard to get to. What do you got? David. Did you do that just to mess with me?
Little. About 50-50.
Well, it really did mess with me.
It was 50-50. Birdo. Birdo is the dumbest character ever. Who's Mauser? From Mario?
Mauser, yeah, you can only get 1 on a turn, David. Mauser feels like, wasn't that from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Can you? Is that what?
I don't know.
He's
There was
referencing?
wasn't that one
Weren't
of
the Mausers?
Yeah.
Weren't those the little
the
metal
little mouse
things?
robots?
Oh, well, those were cool.
But there might also be another. But he's talking about name. Oh no. Oh, in Super Mario Bros. 2. We don't talk about Super Mario Bros. 2.
I dropped a bomb on my son last night when we went and saw the movie because before at Flicks they were showing. Well, they were showing clips. They showed the original television advertisement for Super Mario Brothers 2.
Nice.
Did you know that wasn't a Super Mario game?
I did know that. Not in Japan, it wasn't.
In Japan, it was a completely different game, but because of the success of the game over here, they wanted to get another game out really quick, so they just completely reskinned some other game.
Wasn't it also a sequel to another game in Japan?
Maybe. But it's nothing like any Mario game.
It's nothing. And I feel like they retconned it into being like a dream. Like it was like Mario's...
Can you believe that, like today, can you imagine Shigeru Miyamoto going, sure, let's just reskin some junky game. No way.
Doki Doki Panic is what it was called, John says.
Thank you, John. All right, it's my turn.
Yep.
Can I win?
I hope not. I don't know where you're going.
Do you know where I'm going to?
Did you finish? Did you get it right now?
Do you like the things that I've been showing you?
Is it Bowser? Is that your last one? That was my bet.
Look at that.
Man.
We started with Mario and Luigi, and we ended with Bowser.
I had a lot to get still. Oh, but I had look at that. That would have been great.
Oh, that would have been... These guys were in the movie too, and they were pretty fun.
The Shy Guys, right?
Yeah, they were played a little creepier in the movie. But it was pretty good.
Man.
So that was Super Mario Labyrinth.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun.
That's it's very, very puzzly. Like you really are for a game that's that light, you could there's a lot of that goes into it. A lot of not only into securing your routes, but blocking your opponents and finding those key routes that do both.
Yeah, how many versions of this do you think there are? Do you think? I don't think it's been reskinned.
Infinity.
No.
Well, somebody mentioned earlier that they got a Pokemon version, and I do remember seeing that Pokemon version.
Oh, well, that's perfect, though.
Yeah, catching Pokemon.
Catching Pokemon.
I'm guessing there's a lot of versions of Labyrinth.
I am a little surprised. I mean, I guess these are supposed to be pipes, but I'm surprised they don't look more like pipes.
Pipes, right.
But it's really good.
Let's
And, by the way, we did tape the corners of the board down on the table so that it never moved this entire time. So, you're welcome.
Let's see.
Brian's looking something up.
I'm looking it up.
How many labyrinths? Guess in the comments, how many labyrinths are there? And maybe Ryan will find out.
I'm guessing Labyrinth War on Terror is not one of the reskins.
Probably not.
Let's see if they put them all in here. Actually, they haven't really listed the
It was at the top.
There's there's other versions that are not
Junior Labyrinth. What's Junior Labyrinth?
Master Labyrinth, 3D Labyrinth. Okay. We have a Lord of the Rings Labyrinth.
Okay.
That makes sense. Star Wars Labyrinth. Electronic Labyrinth.
Yeah, all the usual suspects of licensing.
There's a Dark Fantasy Dungeon Crawler.
I'm surprised there's not a Stranger Things Labyrinth.
Ocean Labyrinth. It is a maze of coral reefs. That's Dungeon Fighter. Oh no, that's actually Dungeon Fighter. Dungeon Fighter Labyrinth.
Well, they need to do a D&D Labyrinth.
I'm sure they have. Oh, The Amazing Spider-Man got a Labyrinth in 2012.
Wow. Okay, so there's a handful of labyrinths.
Look at that.
Oh, I like John's Trip. We'll end on this note. John Tripp mentions there should be a Jim Henson's Labyrinth.
There is.
Wait, no.
It might not be Labyrinth. Oh no, it's just Jim Henson's Labyrinth, the board game.
Labyrinth. Anyway, that was Super Mario Brothers. Was it Super Mario? No, just Super Mario.
Just Super Mario.
Labyrinth.
Super Mario Labyrinth.
Forget the brothers. Forget the bros. Super Mario Labyrinth.
It's available right now. The movie comes out technically today.
Yesterday.
I know some people saw it. Yes.
No, it was all day yesterday. I think it was because of the Easter weekend.
Oh, they wanted a little bit early.
There were some Wednesday releases. Yeah. Air and Super Mario came out yesterday.
Well, either way, it's this weekend. So see it. Let us know in the comments what you thought about the movie, what you thought about the game, and what your favorite version of Labyrinth is.
Yes.
I'd love to know. So
we'll see you next week.
Bye.